back. Sorry about that little fun interruption. I'm glad you got to see Brooke and Knox and their favorite things. So I wanted to talk about Lindsay's question. She asked, what are your thoughts on racing after having kids? My husband and I are wanting to have kids soon, but I have this weird theory that I have to get all of the major marathons on my bucket list done before I have kids. Like my running career will be non-existent afterwards. I know I could always run for fun, but will I be able to really compete? How do you feel having children affected your training? Was it difficult to get back into? And how did you figure out the balance? And do you feel like you are able to compete at the same level as you used to prior to having children? So how do you keep up with training with little Knox?
This has nothing to do with me. This is more of a girl question. Kids are hard to do because you got to balance your time. It's not just you anymore. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. For me, I'm actually running faster now that I have kids. But I'm also not. I've been working. I haven't really dedicated myself to running either. So now that I'm doing that, I'm running faster than I ever have before. So I don't know. It's kind of tricky for me.
So yeah, I think this is an awesome question because this was something I always wondered before I had Brooke was how will I be able to keep up running and how will it affect my running? And as far as my PRs go, I haven't hit my marathon PR since before I had Brooke, but as far as my half marathon PR, I have a 10-minute faster half marathon than I did before having Brooke. So I think at least in the half and shorter distances, I've gotten faster since having her. And they say that about women that after you have a kid, you can be faster and things like that. Once you're in your 30s, endurance running picks up and things like that. So for me, that's how it's been. And as far as being able to run, it's just like with anything that you make a priority, like running's just important to me. And so it's always been something that we like do each day. So, and I trained Brooke young to know that was just part of our day. So as you know, I do a lot of my mileage on the treadmill because it's like treadmill or no running a lot of the time. So if I would much rather choose the treadmill. There's a huge fly. Whoa, gross. And I would much rather try the treadmill out than just not run. So as far as that goes, and then once we're married, I think it's going to be nice because we'll be able to switch off mornings to go early because somebody will be there. When it's been all this time, I couldn't go in the mornings because it was just me. I couldn't just leave Brooke. So that'll be really nice. So I think if anything, having a race too, I think about Brooke and Knox a lot now, and I think that's like great motivation to get to that finish line. And so I think you have that. I think as whatever your priorities are, whether you have kids or not, like that's how your running will be affected. Does that make sense? So. Good luck. Kids are the best. We love them. So
treadmill's a big purchase for that, though. I think that's the only way I could run when I had Knox and I was just by myself and I wasn't dating anyone or anything like that. And it was just me and him. Like when I put him down or I get up early and go run. Like the other day I woke up and this is when Janae was out of town and I woke up and it was like 4 a.m. Couldn't go back to sleep and I was just dying. And I'm like, I want to run, but I can't because I have Knox. I'm like, oh, I got my treadmill downstairs, so I went down and just knocked out 5 miles and I felt good. So like. I think treadmill's huge, but I don't know. Some people can't do it, but it's worth it. It helps with the mental game too.
I agree. Because on race day, you're like, oh, I'm used to running on a treadmill all the time.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. The fresh air. It's amazing.
Definitely. Treadmills aren't the funnest, but they're good for speed work too and all that other stuff. So.
And when Brooke was younger, when I lived in California, I did a ton of running, whatever. You know what I mean? Running with a jogging stroller. Sorry. Wow. Words are hard. And that was awesome because I got to have Brooke with me and we were both outside enjoying the fresh air and things like that. The only thing I would caution is I was getting up to like 15 milers with Brooke on the jogging stroller and it affected my IT band. So I would caution that as running with a jogging stroller does change up your stride and it changes up the way you run, the way you land. You have like one arm moving and one arm like stabilized, so that kind of switches things up. So when I do have another kid and I'm back to the jogging stroller days, I won't be going as long. It'll be shorter runs, like 4 or 5, maybe 6 miles, so that my body's not getting like overuse injuries from turning weird and all that stuff. So yeah, good question. I think that's all for today. We're gonna go head back over to hang out with the family and hope you're having a great day.
See ya.